the state line, New Hampshire. We just completed Maine and we're into the new state.
Yeah, it says welcome to New Hampshire.
Well, we're in Salisbury. We just finished Maine and we're heading down to New Hampshire.
Our destination?
23 minutes and 20 miles. Later, we will be stopping. Today we did 261 miles. That's about close to 3.5 hours to 4 hours. And it's been fairly comfortable. So I'll be ready in less than an hour to have my drink.
Yes.
Yay! We made it to Massachusetts from New Hampshire. I can't believe it was such a short drive through New Hampshire. We're in Massachusetts. Well, we're in Salisbury. We just crossed New Hampshire. Well, we found the beach and it is the Atlantic, and I know that if you look east you will probably find Europe, somewhere in England, I think. If you go the other way then it will be towards the west coast, and the sun is setting. The whole coast just kind of curves around, and about an hour south is Boston. We're at the boardwalk. We are going to the Tera restaurant and hoping we find a place to sit. And it looks packed. Yeah. It's close to sunset, so people are placing themselves strategically so they can catch the sunset.
Most beautiful location.
Yes, it is, isn't it? Does it remind you of California? When we first walked in, they said there are no tables. We said, well, we'll sit anywhere. So she said, just you go on the railing and then there are chairs there, you sit there. And I think this is the best looking. Only problem we have is that I see two teenage girls swimming among the waves, and I am getting chilled. Actually, I'm getting cold just watching them. The Black Sea is usually cold. The seasons are very short. And when Petya grew up until 18, she lived there, and when they were 16. And when she was a teenager, with her sisters, 3 sisters and 1 brother, they would go out to the sea, and their home was very close to the sea. They could almost hear the waves crack, and they would go out and they would just spend all day.
All summer.
So as their mother comes towards the early evening to call for them, they say, come on, you're gonna be cold.
Please, mommy, please, 10 minutes, another 10 minutes.
And like their lips would be all purple. They'll be just going, their jaws just shaking, and they would say, 10 more minutes, mommy, 10 more minutes.
What Simon says. Oh my God. Oh God, do you want to go fast? Well, hold the bar down. Hey, it's the Himalaya. Who played the bar of a clown with a broken heart.
Good afternoon from Tales of Tera.
Another day?
Another adventure. We started our day at Salisbury, Massachusetts, and we had 272 miles trip down south to a place called Tristate. We are in Pennsylvania. Ashore behind us is New Jersey, and just up the river it's New York State. It's a beautiful area. The Delaware River goes through the campsite, and there is a big catering restaurant here. I believe due to COVID they do not serve at this moment. It's a good place. It's a good place to stay overnight. We did not unhitch, therefore it is easy for us to get
Ready tomorrow morning.
Exactly. We're going to be getting really close to Allentown, where we were previously as we were going up north. We're not following the same route back, and we're not staying the same places, so we have more richer experience for us and for you as well. Woohoo! Look at this! It's a downpour. It's coming down like cats and dogs. We heard about this storm coming through. They said about 2 o'clock. It will be on 95, I-95. We're almost at I-95, and it is 1:29, 1:30. It's like 30 minutes early. Mr. Storm, why are you 30 minutes too early? Hello.
Yes.
We have a reservation.
Yes.
David Olson.
Pull over to the side and come on in.
All right, thank you. This is the entrance to Trap Pond State Park camping. Good morning from Tales of Tera. Another day, another adventure. We're at Trap Pond State Park in Maryland. We're heading out south, Cary, North Carolina. And if you ask me what I have on my head, I had just a little accident this morning. I hit my head to the pergola's arm, put a little dash on my head. So in order for it not to bleed, I just put something on there and then held it with an elastic band. Well, this is our campsite, and we're all set. Fethiam had a lovely breakfast this morning as usual, and we're all settled to hit the road. We've got about 173 miles before we get to our next destination. That's going to be North Beach RV Resort, and from my research, I understand it is quite beautiful. We only had one day, and that we used it to explore Ocean City. Well, the Trap Pond in the 1800s was a working industrial area. They were doing logging and other farm activities. Later on, it has become a straight recreational area, a small oasis among all the farmland. As we drove about 26 to 30 miles to Ocean City from here, we were able to go through the countryside, and there are a lot of corn crops, correct?
Did you tell them what happened to your head?
Yeah, I told them what happened to my head. I thought they would wonder what I have on my head. It's yarmulke. It's a new way that I hold my yarmulke. I am looking forward to this drive because we're going to be crossing Chesapeake Bay. through a very long bridge and a tunnel underwater. This is our very first propane fill. A lovely lady is helping us getting it done, and I never watched and observed how it's done, and it's quite sophisticated. Yeah, we're getting it all filled up to the rim with brick. It is $4 a pound for the propane, and it took 4.7, what is it, 4.7 liters, maybe we should say? Or 4.7 pounds?
4.7 pounds.
Pounds,
yes.
Correct.
Yep.
So multiply that, and just to make it even, 4 times 5, it's about $20.
Yes.
Hey, we've done the math.
Here you go.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Now we have a full tank. Usually lasts about 15 to 20 days. That's using the heater and using the oven and all that. The pond is quite beautiful. There are a lot of recreational activities, canoeing and boating. If you're ever here next time, I would like to stay here longer than what we have done. The boating activity, the canoeing in a pond sounds good to my ear. On the road again.
On the road again.